News update this morning in what is now a murder and arson case in the Austin neighborhood. Chicago police say they've arrested someone in connection to the deadly fire that left 4 people dead last month.
What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Like, share, subscribe, comment. IG TikTok bottom of the video, and we're just gonna hop right into it. So today we will be talking about Lontray Clark. Now, obviously most people are not going to be familiar with that name, but Lontray Clark is a Chicago man who is accused of first-degree murder, attempted first-degree murder, aggravated arson, and other felony charges in connection with a fire that erupted on West North and North Lermany Avenue.
This is where that fire broke out. You can see that entire 3rd floor is gutted, and now the building is being demolished just hours after this fatal fire. Now take a look at this video capturing the chaos just before 2 o'clock this morning. Chicago Fire responded to a burning apartment building near North Avenue and Latrobe in Austin. Flames were seen shooting out and residents were in distress upon arrival. The fire escalated within minutes. Crews deployed multiple hose lines and 8 ladders to rescue residents, including 5 who were pulled from windows. Others escaped by stairs or jumping to safety. One of them, an 87-year-old man who is now hospitalized, and his family tells me he is now recovering at this time.
So this is Austin, the Austin community in Chicago, which is out west. If you are, a drill fan, then you probably familiar with Austin because of On Off 1700. But basically out west Chicago. And what they are accusing Mr. Clark of is throwing a Molotov cocktail into a apartment building and causing a fire that ended up killing 27-year-old Destiny Henry, 32-year-old Regina Brown Henry, who was 3 months pregnant, and her 5-year-old son, Jason. So, and he also killed Brad Cummings, who was the editor of the Austin Voice, founded in 1985. So, RIP to all of those. Now, Destiny also had a 4-year-old son who remained in grave condition, and dozens of others who were displaced. So obviously, hopefully her son makes a full recovery, and the others displaced, that's wild as hell. Like, think about this. Actually, before I get into that, so the reasoning that it came to find out is that Clark found out that his ex-girlfriend was dating one of his friends. Yes. This nigga was so tender about his ex-girlfriend, not even his bitch cheating, his ex-girlfriend, that this nigga decided to make a Molotov cocktail and throw it to the window. Now, I understand being mad at something like that because that is low down. I ain't gonna lie. Especially if that's your man's, he shouldn't be talking and dating your ex. I get that. But crashing out like this is crazy. Killing 4 people, almost killing a 5th. And then leaving so many people out of a home, that's crazy as hell. So he is 23 years old. This nigga, he my age, so this nigga crashing out like that. But imagine if you one of the people who got displaced that, you found out that this nigga really threw a Molotov. The reason you got a fire ain't no like electrical work, nobody leaving a stove on or something. This nigga got mad and threw a Molotov cocktail. That's some real life Chicago shit, bro. Like, I can't, like, only Chicago, bro. Only in Chicago. So the more details we were saying, he first he got this assumption from seeing a selfie that she had posted, I guess, on Instagram. So that's crazy as hell because he didn't even get real confirmation. That shit, I don't know maybe the selfie was with him, so maybe it was that obvious, but I just can't believe nigga did it. But then he didn't even take no precautions not to get caught. This nigga, they have his whole line of his trace, basically. Authorities said Clark picked up his cousin and the two went to a gas station where they filled an antifreeze bottle with gasoline before heading to a convenience store. Investigators said the suspect brought black clothing, a face mask, and a lighter before the defendant's cousin said they drove to the apartment. The cousin said Clark started the fire and then admitted to saying, "I just lit the house on fire," according to prosecutors. And then Clark allegedly threw out the clothes at his grandfather's house. So, one, his cousin told on his ass, clearly. He said it, but we already knew, his cousin low down. His cousin low down, because, well, one, let me, before I get into his cousin, This nigga is wild. You know how mad this bitch had to piss him off that he did this and like didn't even try to cover his steps, didn't even try to go about it and finesse it no kind of way. This nigga went in the line. I bet this nigga was doing it on a card too. Like, or if he tried to do it cash, then nigga, all them cameras in Chicago just picked up on him. He ain't had nothing that. Damn, he really he blew the bag, bro. He blew the bag. I mean, he ain't blow the bag. He blew some shit up, but it won't no bag to blow because that shit was just crazy. But come on, dude, not about a bitch. But clearly his cousin told him. His cousin helped detail everything, obviously. And he said because he probably was like, nah, this nigga tripping. Because he could have either he picked him up on some, oh yeah, we finna hang out type shit, or he told him what the fuck was going on. And he probably ain't think he was really gonna do it. But once you seen that nigga hop out with that damn shit and like that motherfucker, you already knew what was going on. Like, that's funny as hell. His cousin fucked up for that, knowing he was finna do that shit. Come on, bro. And you know your cousin. You know what kind of nigga your cousin is. You know if he talking shit like that, he might do it. Like, come the fuck on. That's crazy. You told those niggas fast as hell, too. You told him damn near immediately. That shit crazy. But in court, Clark's public defender told the judge that there is no surveillance video of her client committing the crime. She added that although he has served time in prison for a weapons violation, he is not violent. He already had 2 outstanding warrants for resisting arrest, record shown, and the court has ordered a protection for his girlfriend. Yeah, that's crazy as hell. He's due back in court on Monday. So this is, what date they released this? Last week. So he went to court earlier this week. You know, it's not giving a lot of details about that, but I just wanted to share the story of this shit. I just can't believe a nigga. That sounds like some real life GTA shit. Like, that's the place I hear about Molotov cocktails the most. And this nigga really did shit. Like, that shit OD. But I didn't know it was that easy to do. But respectfully, I take my hands off. It don't matter that I knew that, but didn't know that. But I really don't got no words because I can't believe he really let a woman end up basically catching 4 bodies off a Molotov cocktail. Like, and your ex-girlfriend, they won't even his. It wasn't even like he was with Shawty and she started cheating. She cheated. He caught her ass. This nigga ex-girlfriend off a selfie. Man, ain't no fucking way, bruh. And whole time, I hope the selfie had him in it. Because if it was like him trying to catch a nigga detail and then he fucking around and seen the detail, but it really wasn't his man shit, was just something somebody else had like his man's, then he really crashed out. Like I just can't even believe this shit. But that's all I got to say, though. Like, share, subscribe, comment. IG, TikTok, bottom video, and we out.